it's Whitney and welcome back to a live video which I do every Friday at about 5:10, 5:15 Pacific time, sharing with you whatever's going on in my life, answering your questions, supporting you along your journey to be vegan, happy, healthy, eco-friendly, all of the above. And this is an opportunity for you to connect with me and connect with other people. We have Debbie from Chew on Vegan here. And so you guys can chime in at any point. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I've been having some technical difficulties with my phone lately. So how's it sounding today? The audio hasn't been like too phenomenal, but we've got Musty Fan here, Walter's here, Rachel is here, lots of great people joining in. And if you're curious about the title of this video, it is because of a book that I'm reading right now called Beyond Beliefs by Melanie Joy, who wrote the book Why We Love Dogs, Eat Pigs, and Wear Cows, which is one of my favorite vegan books. Have any of you guys read that other book? Well, if you liked it, it was incredibly well written, I thought, and this one is shaping up to be equally as well written. I've only read a small portion of it so far, but this book is a guide to improving relationships and communication for vegans, vegetarians, and meat eaters. It comes out in November. This is an advanced copy, so I'm reading it ahead of time so I can do a review and share with you guys some tips for your relationships, because I know that that is a challenging thing. And speaking of challenges in relationships, I hear my dog scratching at the door. Did I explain where I am right now? I'm at my friend Allison's house today, and here's Evie. Evie's here too, and she's a little anxious because I wasn't there. Allison runs the Food Heals podcast. Hi, sweetheart. And the Food Heals podcast is a phenomenal podcast about healing yourself through food. Allison is a fellow vegan, and she talks a lot about that and various health topics on there. And so I'm at her house taking a break from the podcast that we've been recording today, and that'll be up in October, so I will be sure to link to that when that's available, because I think it's going to be a really good episode all about different elements of health, optimization, success. We're talking about monetization and all of that stuff. Walter, okay, so if you go to ecoveganpal.com, there is a button there that says join, and if you click the join button, that should lead you to the sign up page. I've had a bunch of people purchase through there, and there hasn't been a problem yet. So if you're having any further issues, I'll reply in a private message, or just send me an email. It says it didn't work. It was working as of last week, so I'm not sure what's going on, but if you tried clicking the join button, maybe try on a different device or something, or send me a screenshot of what you're seeing so I can troubleshoot it. So Walter's asking about the Eco Vegan Pal membership platform, which is actually very inspired by this topic. So Eco Vegan Pal is this private membership community that I created, inspired by so many people that are struggling to meet other like-minded people who are vegan, vegetarian, eco-conscious, or want to be. And they feel like they're alone. They feel like they don't know anybody else who lives that way, and they struggle with relationship challenges. Like, they feel like people get in their way or are discouraging or don't have the information. They feel alone, they feel confused. And my heart goes out to people that are in that situation, because I know how challenging it can be when maybe your family doesn't agree with your lifestyle, or your friends, and you just feel like this odd person out. Especially right now with all these great documentaries come out in movies. We've got the What the Health documentary, which is changing people's lives in such a radical way. And Okja, the narrative film on Netflix, has also inspired a lot of people. So those two right now are the top topics. And I know a number of people that have been exploring veganism as a result, which is super exciting. But in talking to people that are considering this lifestyle change, or maybe starting to make small changes, what often gets in the way is people in their life that are just discouraging about it. So I know someone right now with a roommate, and these two guys, like, one of them is interested in eating healthier, and the other one thinks it's all silly and thinks, makes fun of all these different changes and all of that. And it's just like, I can understand how sometimes that that is just discouraging, that makes you wonder, am I making the right decision? And will I be alone if I make this decision? Or am I going to be weird? Is this going to be hard? Is it going to be uncomfortable? And that's exactly why I think books like this are so important. I'm so excited about this because it's really figuring out communication tactics. So as soon as I finish reading this book, I'm going to share with you guys the things that I've learned, advice that I can pass on to you. But if you are looking for a stronger support system, Eco Vegan Pal is in place for you. So there's members from all around the world there. You can actually see like the cities that people are in and have private messages with people there and build that community. And there's a lot of things coming, like I'm building in-person events, and there's private videos in there. There'll be all sorts of resources. I'm gearing up to do the book club again. If any of you guys remember that, I used to do a book club for Eco Vegan Gal, and that will be part of Eco Vegan Pal. So books like this we'll be reading together and learning about, discussing, and just basically having a resource section. There's so much information across the web, but right now social media can make it feel confusing or daunting or frustrating, or you just never know if you're in a safe place. So I moderate everything that goes through Eco Vegan Pal, and really my mission is that everybody feels safe and accepted. I have no tolerance for people that are judgmental or cruel or hypercritical, because it's just not necessary. Like, everybody's on their own journey. We're all figuring things out. We're learning things about ourselves and the environment and animals. You know, interestingly enough, right now there's an interesting topic going around about impossible foods. So if you know about the Impossible Burger, which is one of these burgers that have come out recently that has revolutionized things because of the taste and the texture and the appearance, is very similar to meat and beef products, right? And so I've tried the Impossible Burger and thought it was quite nice. It's a little hard to find right now. I'm a huge fan of the Beyond Burger by Beyond Meat. If you follow me on Instagram, like, I go nuts for this thing. I had like a burger party last weekend with my friends just about the Beyond Burger, and I was in heaven. And it's interesting because I don't know the full story yet, but from what I understand, Impossible Foods has made maybe some misleading claims, and also it sounds like they've been doing testing on animals. Now, again, I find it a little confusing, all the information out there, so I'm not an expert in this yet, but the interesting things that I've been reading online today on Facebook, for example, is just people saying, like, how can you call a product vegan if it's being tested on animals? Technically it's not, right? And, you know, how can you make all these claims and say that you're trying to change the world when your ingredients might not be what they say that they are, or, you know, the process that it goes through is not as transparent to people. And I think that regardless, it's nice to see change happening. It's nice to see that there's an impact happening and people's lives are shifting as a result. It's being easier to eat meatless and all of that. And it's not about perfection. But I also think transparency is so huge right now, and that's probably the biggest thing that's been going on, is people don't want to be misled. I think that most people want to know the truth about what they're putting in their bodies, what they're choosing to purchase, and I think that the more awareness that we can create about these things, the better, and push companies to be transparent with us and honest with us about what's going on in the world. So that's just a little side note. I'm very interested to see what's happening with Impossible. I mean, my big belief though is like trying. Evie, you have to wait, sweetheart. Evie really wants my attention right now. But I will close out with this as saying that I think that we should strive for progress, not perfection, but be transparent along the way and push people to be their best selves without shaming them for where they're at. Because, you know, again, companies, individuals, we're all on different paths. We all have different information, different ethics. And so I just think that if we can be kind about things and encourage people to make great choices, it's a lot better than shaming people for making decisions that maybe we don't fully understand yet. That's my 2 cents there. I'm gonna go back to the podcast, back to Evie, and before I go, check out some comments that have come in. Lots of things here. Walter, if you message me or email me, that's the best way for me to troubleshoot, figure that out. Zigzag, I know that you've said lately the audio hasn't been great. I don't know what to do about it. I've been trying to figure that out, but it sounds like other people can hear okay. So maybe it's something going on. Oh, but Francie said same here. I don't know, you guys. I'm trying hard to figure out the audio, but I'm using my iPhone, and there's only so much that I can do except continue to talk really loud. Maybe go to the Apple Store at some point. So let's see. Musty Fan says, I got my parents to go vegetarian partially by introducing them to Gardein beef crumbles. That's awesome. And Patty, I'm glad the sounds good to Evie, stop. I really gotta go, you guys. My dog is, I'm at my friend's house, Patty, so my dog's a little high maintenance when we're traveling, so. And I have to get back to this podcast. So that's it for today. I do these live videos every Friday, a little after 5 p.m. Pacific time, so you can mark your calendar, pay attention, you can turn on notifications to be notified whenever I'm live, whenever I have a new video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this, and if you like this specific video, give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment if you have questions, if you have things to add to this conversation, maybe something about the Impossible Burger, maybe some thoughts on books like Beyond Beliefs, favorite documentaries, whatever you want to share. And if any of you have questions about the Eco Vegan Pal platform, let me know. You can check it out at ecoveganpal.com. And that is just on continuous evolution, finding new ways to support you guys and build community is my mission. Okay, until next time, I will see you at the very least next Friday. I may do a spontaneous video at another point, so keep your eyes open for that. If there's ever anything that you want to see in videos, let me know in a comment, any requests. I would love to support you as much as possible. And until next time, all the best to you with your journey to be as happy and healthy as possible. Bye, guys.